Hey, what's up everybody? I have a question for you. Are you sabotaging your photography sales? This is going to be something that we're going to talk about. It's the topic of today's Money Monday video. Welcome back to Money Mondays. My name is Miguel Quiles. Make sure that you subscribe and like this channel if you're enjoying this content. And today we're going to talk about something that happened to me recently. A few months ago, I went to the mall. I was getting ready to buy a gift for a family member. And I was looking for jewelry, so I go into jewelry stores to try to see if I could find the right gift. Go into the very first store, was walking around for about 5 minutes, was not greeted at all. There was no one in the store, it was empty. They decided not to greet me. Now, I was dressed wearing basically what I'm wearing right now. I'm in a hoodie, I'm in a t-shirt. So I think what ended up happening was that they looked at me and they said, you know, this guy is in this really fancy jewelry store, he probably can't afford whatever it is that we're selling here, and no one decided to greet me. The very next store I go to, the person behind the counter greeted me. Hey, how are you? Can I help you find anything? And I said, well, I'm just looking around at the moment. And they made a very fatal error that I think a lot of creatives are also doing in their own careers. He tells me, that's great, let me know if you have any questions. We have some really awesome stuff that's on sale right now. Let me go and show you our clearance stuff. Now, here's the thing that kind of blows me away. The very first place that I went to, they didn't even bother approaching me because they thought, oh, he's not gonna be able to afford anything in this store, which was definitely not the case. But go to this next store, and the very first thing that this person does is try to bring me over to their clearance jewelry. And I'm thinking to myself, holy cow, what is it about what I'm wearing right now that people don't want to approach me and try to sell me what I need? Why aren't they trying to ask me questions about what is this for? Do you have a holiday coming up? Do you have a birthday? Do you have an anniversary? Why are you here? Like, people don't just randomly walk into a jewelry store. I don't know, maybe if you guys do, that's cool. I don't make a habit of walking into jewelry stores unless I have something that I want to buy. And so it was kind of a funny situation to walk in and immediately be taken to the clearance section. And what I want to tell you all as creatives, I see a lot of photographers doing this as well. People will reach out to you and they'll say, hey, I'm interested in your photography. I want to do a portrait shoot for my family, or boudoir session, or maternity shoot, or whatever, a wedding. And a lot of creatives will lead with their lowest price package. My package starts at this much money. And we're doing it the wrong way, guys and gals. We're doing it the wrong way. You can't start from the bottom. The key is that you want to be able to have clients that, number one, value the art that you bring to the table. So in order to be able to get to that, in order to make sure that you're finding clients that actually value photography, why would you start at the bottom? You know, chances are you're gonna start at the bottom, you're gonna give them your lowest price, and they'll come straight out the gates and say, oh, that's really low. You know, I'm surprised. Or they might say, oh, that's still a little bit too much. And you have to understand that if you have a client or a potential person that you're talking to that wants photography services and your lowest price is too expensive for them, it is okay, right? It's okay. Not everybody is your client. This goes on in corporate America all the time. The people that are buying Apple computers, they're marketing their products to people that like Apple. You're not going to see them marketing to people that buy Acer or buy some other, generic type of brand of product, right? They're not going to go after them. They're going after the people that appreciate the finer quality, that they appreciate the tech, they appreciate the culture, they appreciate everything that, goes into that type of product. They're marketing to those people, and they're highly successful doing that. We as creatives need to take a page out of that book. We need to find clients that appreciate the type of work that we create with whatever it is that we do. If we're creating photos or videos or whatever, you want to find clients that appreciate the type of work that you do, so that when you go to them and you start them off and you say, let's say your top of the line wedding package is $5,000, just picking a number. If that's your top of the line package, then start off with that, right? How much is your wedding services? Well, my best wedding package that I offer, it's $5,000. It includes 12 hours of coverage, and I'm totally making this up right now, but includes 12 hours of coverage, you get a photo album, you get A, B, C, and D. you lay all that stuff out for them. And if they turn around and they say, wow, that sounds great. Well, fantastic. You just sold yourself your highest package, right? Your best, most expensive package, and you're going to be doing pretty well because of it. But they might turn around and say, well, that's a lot of money. Maybe we don't need 12 hours of coverage. Maybe we just need 4 hours or 5 hours. So now you can have that conversation because you started at 5,000. Now you can say, okay, well, that's a different story. If you only need 5 hours of coverage, here's what we can do. I can give you A, B, C, and D with the 5 hours of coverage for $2,500. I don't know, whatever your pricing is what your pricing is, but you get where I'm coming from, right? You start at the top, you start to work your way as you understand what that customer needs, as you ask them these questions. When is the date? What services are you gonna need? And then you could kind of custom tailor that package, but you start from the top and you work your way into whatever that customer needs. If you start from the bottom, I'm telling you, it's gonna do a couple of things. In my situation, when I was at that store and they immediately tried to scurry me off to the clearance stuff, I was immediately turned off because my feeling on that was, well, you don't think I could afford regular price stuff? I totally afford regular price stuff. And a part of my ego, which I had to squash at that moment, was telling me, you know what, go in there and buy something like super expensive just to be like, you know what, you picked the wrong guy, right? Then I'm like, no, that doesn't really make very much sense because, you know, he's not gonna get it. So don't prove a point, right? Especially when it costs money, don't prove a point. Just understand that you have to look at every single customer, every potential client that comes to you. You have to assume, and this is the key in this entire talk today, you have to assume that everybody that you talk to, as soon as you approach them and start talking about your photography business, that they can and will afford any and everything that you sell. All right, I know this is backwards because most people do the opposite. Most people look at a client and they automatically assume, oh man, you're not gonna be able to afford my services. And that's the wrong mindset, completely wrong mindset to have because it is going to play out the same way that it played out with this guy in this jewelry store. The key is every single person that you talk to can and will have the ability to afford any and every service that you have to offer. If you walk into it with this mindset, it's gonna change the way that you talk to that client. It's gonna change the way that you pitch your services. The whole outlook, the whole trajectory of the situation is gonna be completely different. So I'm going to invite you all to try this out. The very next time that you have an interaction with somebody, you start talking about your creative services, assume right out of the gates that these people can and will afford whatever it is that you offer, whether you're a videographer, wedding photographer, portrait photographer, whatever, they're able to afford any and everything. So start at the top, drill down on exactly what it is that they need, price it accordingly, close the sale. Let's have a productive and a successful 2018 because I want to see creatives out there. I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, I'm a struggling artist, I'm a struggling this, a struggling that. This is 2018. You might have been a struggling person a year ago, 2 years ago, but I am here today with these Money Monday episodes to help to encourage you, to motivate you, to educate you, to inspire you, to get out there and to make money and to make a living, support your family, support your endeavors, whatever it is in this awesome genre of photography. So anyway, let me get off my Apple box here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, click the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We have Money Monday episodes coming out every single Monday. Depending on how this series goes, maybe I might even do like a Money Wednesday, right? I might even do more business related topics if you're finding it useful. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions as well. What are some things that irk you, right? What are some things that you struggle with? Maybe you've had a situation similar to mine. I'd love to hear about that. Leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Money Monday, and I will see you in the next video.